Hi everybody, I'm Steve.
And I'm LG.
And this is the Week 12 edition of Offsides.
And we want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving. Although you might not have been so happy with your teams if you were either a Detroit fan, a Dallas Cowboys fan, and of course, a New York Giants fan.
It was a rough Thanksgiving for a few certain teams.
But we have you covered for the weekend if you either forgot to set your lineup, had too much to drink because family was around, or a combination of the two.
I did both.
Let's get into it. Our fantasy football
Musts and busts. Quarterbacks. My must this week comes from the Carolina Panthers. It's Mr. Cam Newton. He's up against a Jets D who has allowed 20-plus fantasy points to 4 out of the last 6 opposing quarterbacks. Cam is fresh off a bye and fresh off his best game of the year, throwing for 4 touchdowns and rushing for 95 yards. I see Cam in his amazing hats having a big day.
My must this week, I'm going to need a little help from the sticks. There it is. Domo arigato, Marcus Mariota. Alright, not close at all, but we're going with Marcus Mariota this week. I know he's only had one game this season where he scored more than 20 fantasy points. But the Colts, on the other hand, they're giving away 20.6 fantasy points to each opposing quarterback. I think this is the game where we see Mr. Mariota break out. Do you think you have a quarterback that can outscore either of our picks this week?
Submit your picks and you can win some fabulous Offsides merchandise. Busts!
Josh McCown, the New York Jets.
Derek Carr, Oakland Raiders.
McCown is up against a tough Carolina defense who's only allowing 14.6 fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks.
In his last 5 games against Denver, Carr has only averaged 174 yards in the air.
I think McCown's 3-game hot streak is long over.
In 3 straight weeks, Carr has scored fewer than 14 fantasy points.
Which one of our busts do you think is really gonna bomb?
Take our poll on Twitter. Seattle, not bad, Bert. They're on the road this week in San Francisco.
Our little butterball. He's finally making some decent picks. As we know, San Fran had their first win 2 weeks ago against the Giants, so I'm thinking Seattle's going to be a good pick.
And that wraps it up for Week 12 of Offsides.
From the Mayflower all the way to Plymouth Rock, I'm LG.
And I'm Steve.
See ya.